Hi everybody, I am back with another video. This video, as you see, is about all about the tea. I saw this blow up coming because all about the tea, first of all, was on working with Sherelle's World. And that didn't go well. It was a big old blow up behind the scenes with Sherelle. Sherelle didn't bring it to the public, but it was all a big mess behind the scenes. And I think she said, Sherelle said she was only working with All About the Tea for about, Monica for about 3 months. And I guess Monica wanted the platform like Sherelle. Now, that didn't go well. So it was a big mess with Sherelle and John Yates. That was a huge mess. It was got so bad that Harry Sanders got involved, and that when everybody found out her and Perry was married because behind this big blow up. So All About the Tea created her own platform, what she has now. I saw it, I looked at it, I subscribed to it, she was like because she has an avatar, I don't want to show her face. But then everybody else on her panel that she paid, I think she paid some $200 a month. There's no way in the world I will work for $300 a month. These are these people on her channel. These are not poor people. Like you got some poor people that you can offer them $200 a month and they'll do it. I don't see that. And apparently, Ples saw that. So Ples went back to work to her job. She's a lawyer and whatever else she does. And now everything blew up. But I started watching All About the Tea because see, I was on Michelle Brown channel and it was excellent and lady come and try to talk about All About the Tea. Michelle shut it down. She don't want to talk about it on her channel. She talk about it on Patreon. So I said, well, what in the world happened? So I went and because I don't subscribe after they just disgustingly just drag Portia Williams to hell and back. I don't understand how somebody can just take information about somebody and spin a narrative to the point that you say this is what you hear. I don't know if you was hearing all that at. It's just information about Portia and Simon and all of this. Portia will put a little bit out there and everybody will run with it. Especially the part with when she first got engaged. That was crazy. But Portia's my favorite housewife, so I'm like, this is crazy how y'all talk about this girl the way y'all do. The Bolo thing annoyed me first. I'm like, the way people all up in this girl's underwear, especially on Sherelle's World with Gabor just all up in Portia's butt. I'm like, how a man all up in a woman's butt describing in most disgusting details how she is having sex with some Bolo man. I find that disgusting. I started watching Sherelle for a while because Gabor just, I'm like, I made a few comments in there. Ugh. So I started watching that for a while. Then I look at All About the Tea. Because I knew All About the Tea was going to blow up eventually because how she blew up with Sherelle. So I figured this was coming. I thought it was going to come with Marcel because everybody was attacking Marcel by what Marcel said. But I just listened to this new girl just now called Beauty by Monica or Monique or something and how she was breaking it down. And all the stuff that she said, I totally agree with. I thought, okay, yeah, I thought it would have been Marcel because Marcel say some of the most um, she's so unprofessional. I'm not a professional person like that either, but I try not to say some of them things Marcel say. But it ended up being players. I didn't particularly like players like that. Bishop, he okay. So Bishop basically try to stay out of the mess that women tend to get themselves into. But schoolboy, schoolboy, whatever. But it's not that I didn't like her. I just didn't connect with her like that. Then when what got me with schoolboy is when she got overly mad with Judge Joe Brown with his opinions on Kwame Brown channel. I'm like, girl, why are you getting so mad? This is his man opinion. This is his experience with the LGBTQ. He's speaking from his experience from being a judge and whatever 50 years. So that's what he's speaking from. All that stuff Joe Brown said, all right. A lot of stuff he said is crazy, but I don't take the information, unless you're talking to me, I don't take the information as getting upset by getting so invested in it that I'm upset about something somebody say about stuff. He said a lot of crazy stuff. Now the stuff he said about Lizzo, he called her hippopotamus and flabby, fat, A, and all kind of stuff. He said that's his opinion, and I totally agree with the part about Lizzo having a hole in the back of her dress and her ate all the way out at the Lakers game in front of people, children, and husband and name. That I she can do whatever she wants because they're always comparing Lizzo to some of that Cardi B. Oh y'all look at Cardi B. I don't like seeing Cardi B do it either. But that they steady make those comparisons with Lizzo and small people. She gets on there cussing people out, making comparison about she proud of herself. It's not about being proud of yourself or loving who you are. It's about people not wanting to see a period. I definitely don't want to see the big one out there flapping all over the place. And I don't want to see the little one because I see it. I'm like, okay, I don't mind nobody's business, but I don't want to see it because I have a husband. And I'm like, you try not to look at stuff like that, especially when I'm seeing. I'm like, you see that? I mean, I'm trying not to see it. But anyway, that's for that. Now, when they started talking about, listen, do you see what happened on All About the Tea? I said, what in the world happened All About the Tea? Because I unsubscribed because I just got so disgusted the way they talk about torture. I wouldn't even watch the T.I. and Tiny thing. I said, because these people are ridiculous with T.I. and Tiny. Those are real people with real children. And if they, whatever they did, I don't know. But I don't see no reason to talk about that as if it's factual and make videos out of it. I don't see no reason to do that. But um, so I went and watched. I started typing in. I don't even know what Player's channel is. So I type in all about the tea and all and stuff like that, and I found the videos. I said, okay, where I'm gonna start first. I started with Players first, and I hear what Players was saying. I didn't watch it all. I like, okay, I want to watch this long behind video. I want to get to the meat of what's going on. First of all, why is she making this video? Why is she so upset? So I look around and I saw Schoolboy. So Schoolboy so animated. I like to see her because she's so animated. So she started talking. I listened to her whole video up until to about the end. And and as I'm watching, I say, okay, why is Schoolboy so animated attacking players, defending Monica? And next thing you know, the people in the comment section start chewing her alive. And she on there arguing with these people. I'm sitting there watching the girl argue with these people in the comment section. And the people basically telling her, that is not what happened. When you got people that already did their research and they already watched Claire's video and they know what players say. And you are here talking, saying players, attacking players for doing this to Monica and telling her what she should have done. And you ain't even watch the video. You don't even know what happened. All you know is what Monica says. So she was attacking the child, and then in the comment section, people attacking her. So I guess you could see the shock on her face because she was not expecting. She was not expecting the people in the comment section to comment at her the way they did. But I'm just sitting there. I'm just sitting there watching. I said, "Well, girl, when you admit that you didn't even watch players' video, how are you gonna tell players what to do? Tell players all she had to do was call Monica. If somebody gives you 2 weeks notice that they're not gonna do a job, and you say, well, can you just at least work Friday? Do the Friday. And she asks, and I'm still gonna get paid the same money. And you say, okay, I'll call you back. 2 weeks later, you still haven't called. When time for her to leave, she does a video, which is rightly so. To let people know she leaving because Monica didn't do her job behind the scenes, and then everything get all completely blown out of proportion because Monica didn't do her job. I already saw Monica that way because it's like the Beauty by Money, whatever her name is. I just watched. But by watching her, even though Monica is behind an avatar, you see who she is. Like you said, the energy tells people who you are. Then when you go open your mouth and people understand what you're saying, intuitively people understand fully what you are saying, not what you want people to know, but what people know you're saying based on what they already know. See, I didn't look at all Claire's videos because I don't like players like that. So I didn't look at all her videos, but I feel for players. I like this is crazy. And then I said, well, after I look at a Monica schoolboy, then I started watching all about the TV, them talking about it or whatever. Then what happened? I didn't finish watching it all because I just do not like all about the TV. After the way she talk about Portia, after the way she just talk about people, some more people she talk about. It's just that Portia thing for me. But then then I watched it and I saw how I didn't watch it all. Then when came across it, I saw players on the channel. I'm like, okay, and some new girl down there. I'm like, okay, so I clicked. I'm gonna watch this because players and see how this is interacting with players. I mean, it was the blow up of the century. I'm sitting there watching this. Hmm. So Monica, see, with the thing with players, I understood what players was going through because what Monica was doing to players, I experienced. I experienced that because years ago I was trying to basically have my own business, you know, like entrepreneur type business. I had a florist. I go around. It was a more movable thing. I make flowers and I go around and I deliver them myself. People give me the ideas and I imagine it in my head. And then I get the flowers and different craft stuff and I put together exactly what they described. And I did good doing that. But when I was doing the tax preparation thing, I was supposed to get my own franchise. Jackson Hewitt wanted me to open up one of their franchises in South Carolina. At that time, I didn't know. I must be did pretty good working with this lady. This was my I guess work ethics course. They literally offered me a franchise. I'm like, the world I'm gonna get $10,000, $20,000 for a franchise. I didn't have the backing from family back then, so I didn't really do it. But I could have. I had a, even at the time my boyfriend's son. He ended up getting the franchise for Jackson Hewitt, and he had me to come in how I feel like I want, and I would do tax and he would pay me, which is what I was doing with the other lady that made me feel like crap. That said I did this and did that when I didn't. I mean, it was a horrible feeling. So I understand what Liz is going through with that because I see what Monica is doing because the lady that did it to me had that same personality and she was black. Now they're saying Michelle says she know for a fact and you can come to her Patreon that Monica is white. I think she said I think I heard her say she had a white husband. I don't know what color she was, but I don't really care. But because I'm just seeing the energy, and to me that energy ain't right. And when you say out your mouth, I didn't watch the video, but you attacking this woman, saying players did this and players did that, and players, and players say I didn't say that, and you steady saying she said, you shutting her down, you over talking, and you saying this and this and that, and players can't say nothing unless you come back about she said and she didn't. When anybody sitting there watching, no players didn't say that. And then players start saying, "Watch the video," and she said, "I admit I didn't watch the video." So how you gonna say this woman say these things about you when you didn't watch the video? And then you admit you getting third party information. How you getting third party information and attacking somebody for doing something? And all you gotta do is watch the video. I'm sitting up here. I didn't watch Play's video all the way through, so I don't know everything Play said because I just for some reason I didn't feel like sitting there watching her go through whatever pain she's been going through, explaining what happened. But I just sit there and watch. But what get me, Schoolboy, Monica admit they never watched the video, so they don't know what Player said. Whatever Player says, I don't think Player said nothing wrong. I think Player just was leaving and did what she needed to do because Monica didn't do what she needed to do. But I knew the block was coming because of the kind of person that I saw Monica was and how she talked and how she treats the people that she got working for her. I thought it was strange anyway. How you got all these very intelligent, educated looking women working for you for $200? I would not. I would not. And I ain't a rich person and I can definitely use some money. Because I don't work, I'm just disabled sitting here. You know, people wonder why I keep shades on because I'm blind. Totally blind in this eye. About this much sight in this eye. So that's all the sight I have. So with that little bit of sight, and I gotta have glasses on to actually read anything. So that's why I have shades on all the time. Cause I got my um, regular glasses, but the light's so bright that I can't see through the light. So I have the shades on. Cause these are prescription shades, by the way. They're prescription shades with strong medication in it, so I can see and read. Cause sometimes I look at people, I can see you, but you don't have no eyes and nose. That's the kind of vision I have without the prescription. But anyway, I saw the blow up coming, and I saw it coming based on how Monica interacted with Sherelle on Sherelle's world. How her and the Yates guy, how they all went after Sherelle. I don't really care for Sherelle show either, because those are her opinions is like hated. But now when she explained the thing, she came back and talking about the Portia thing, and she explained why she do what she do. I never even thought about it from that standpoint. Like she said, she went with the Portia thing the way it went because that's the narrative everybody wanted. So she flowed with the narrative. I said, okay. So I had the one I say, do you really believe them things coming out of your mouth about? But do you really believe that? I wasn't sure Gabora believed things he said out of his mouth. Well, they say just people. It's not just TV. You can say it's just TV, but it's not just TV when you are saying things that affect people in real life. Now, the thing with Portia and Dennis and Portia and Simon and Fallon and all of that, I don't know if it's real or not, or if it's just for the screen. I really don't know. But I think it's just for TV, even though it's also her real life. But we'll see if Portia gets married. But anyway, it's fun to watch her just living her life on TV, whether it's for a show or whether it's real life. At this point in time, nothing is real, so it really doesn't matter. But the vicious attack on people is like, oh my God, that energy is too much. So I will click off it. As soon as I click off and hit unsubscribe or whatever, it's like completely, the energy completely goes away. Because I'm an introvert and I cannot deal with negative, just that kind of craziness. Because I start feeling ill and I'm like, I can't stop this. And I go find something else to look at. Or I'll go watch a movie, Netflix. I got last night I couldn't find nothing interesting to look at after Michelle Brown show. So I went to Netflix and see what Netflix was doing. There's something up there called what it called what I wrote about Sweet Tooth. I said Sweet Tooth. What is Sweet Tooth? So now I'm watching Sweet Tooth. I think I'm on the third episode because I needed a break from this, especially with the craziness of Portia and Simon. Now Fallon, yeah, Fallon. This thing with Fallon. Fallon doing an interview with Up and Adam. Up and Adam got into this big blowout with Sherelle. I don't even, well, I know what happened. But this is what I think about Up and Adam. Even though when Sherelle was wrong and the little boy, the UK boy, Freddie, I think his name, got it all mixed up with Adam and all of this went down. I think Sherelle was right about Adam, even though everything got all messed up and he was accused wrong. But I think that was some kind of setup so he can have his own show. He got a nice show, better than Sherelle, but because of how he got these two chairs set up, I don't think his channel better than Sherelle because he got this RJ man on it. I can't even watch Adam because those two get on my nerves. The stuff that they be saying, I just cannot deal with people, men talking about women in the most disgusting, all up in their vagina, all up in their underwear. Saying the most disgusting things about black women in general, but the same things about women. I cannot deal with that. I'm like, oh, don't watch it anymore. So I didn't unsubscribe from Up and Adam, but I don't watch it because an RJ guy talk. It annoys me. So I will see what Adam's saying. Then Adam comes up with this thing, interviewing Fallon. He goes viral, which is what he wanted. Then his boyfriend, whatever, gets in a fight with Candace's husband because Candace's husband cussed Adam out and called him all kind of F words. And then I'm calling Chris homophobic. Terrell upset about that. I'm like, why you calling me? Just because somebody cuss you out and call you out your name don't mean they homophobic. Because they didn't say nothing about that. He just cuss them out. Because I guess because of how some, when I'm understanding, because I'm not on Twitter like that because I can't be all over the place. I'm 60 years old. And even though I'm highly computer savvy, living online on the internet since 2005. So it's second nature to me to be on here. But all of that craziness is too much. So, but kind of lost my thought. So with all of that going on, Adam in this bigger got this Jim got this whole negative blow up about him. And that's how I understand the situation with Fallon, which I already knew it. Because I know it's something wasn't straight about Fallon. Especially when you say Portia steal a married man. First of all, how you steal a married man? And second of all, how you break up, become a home wrecker when the man filed for divorce twice. When both parties have signed the divorce decree and have ended the marriage. If the divorce paper is signed, then the marriage is, there's no marriage. The marriage is ended, but she's still technically still married. And but I gotta do anything to deal divorce. The judge just wait a whole, and I know this because my brother-in-law went through it 3 years in a row trying to get divorced. And the last time when the divorce finally went through, he and I got a girl, got engaged to her, and that girl made sure he didn't get anywhere near her so she could say, oh, we had relations, and then you got to wait a whole another year. I understand what that's all about. Simon with Portia, there's no way in the world Fowler can say, oh, we had relations 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago. Or we had relations, and then you got to wait a whole another year for the relations part. I don't understand. That's South Carolina law, so I don't even know if that's Atlanta law or not, but I know it's South Carolina. So Fallon comes up on here and tries to, the only thing getting me with Fallon is she tried to be Portia's victim. Being Portia's victim annoyed me because how are you Portia's victim? Portia don't know you. Y'all were never friends. You come, and they saying she was in the girl pool. It was a job. The same way they went to that house in Charleston and claimed Portia. Now this is the Kenya thing, saying it was still on the job, even though they was off the job or camera. It's still on the job if you doing whatever you're doing now. The same thing with Fallon House. It was a job. Portia was not there to be friends with Fallon. Portia was there to do her job, get in the pool and pretend they're friends, and all of this and that. And everybody saying, "Oh, you was in this one pool." It's that narrative that people spin to try to get people to, for people to believe. I don't believe everything people tell me. It's just information. I don't even care. It's just information. But when the information is crazy and somebody is taking complete untruth and spinning a web as if it's the truth, and everybody get caught up in it, and this web affects a person in real life. For example, Nene. All these other things they spin about Nene affected her real life. Now she gotta leave the show and create her life after that. So you say, well, it's just TV, it's just TV. It's not just TV when it affects somebody's real life behind off TV. But anyway, Fallon gets on there and do this interview. Adam cut this interview like it looks totally professional, but it's completely ghetto in a beautiful setting. You got this woman acting, he got it cut up in a way that Fallon looks like a victim. She's crying or she takes her vow seriously. I'm like, girl, how you having that picture painted on you and you got a video of this little boy over here, you on your knees, why you married, why you freshly married to your husband, asking him to marry you. Where you do that at? You married, asking a little boy about 23, something like that, I think he said, to marry you. Why you married? He found out you are married, and then he had to break off with you. But ain't nobody supposed to talk about that because that's not the narrative we're trying to run right now. I don't run narrative. I just look at information and talk about information. Oh, this going on over here. But we're not going to talk about that because this is a narrative we want to spin about Portia. Portia stole Fallon name. How do you steal somebody's name? If a woman can steal your man, you never had that man. Me and my husband be married 30 years. Next one. 30 years. Known each other 35 years. Do you think I believe a woman can take that man? If she can have him. But you know what? He ain't going nowhere. And I ain't going nowhere. So nobody cannot take your man. That's just how I feel. So she did this thing for 50 months. She's sitting on this crazy narrative that she's doing. When she got videos out there asking a boy to marry her in 2019 when her and Simon got married June 2019. And you asking this boy in 2019 to marry him. I really don't get that. I don't know if she asked the boy before the marriage or after marriage, but the boy came on and said he came on to set it straight. She was married and he didn't know she was married. And it was 2019. That information right there tell you you cannot, even though I do believe Simon is whatever people want to think, all of this and that, because he's a millionaire with all of it, with this big old extravagant life with Akon. He had a thing with Akon. I had the thing with Sherelle, not Sherelle, Cherie. Cherie shows pictures of her in Africa with Akon's wife, because she's friends with the wife and over there, and they taking pictures of Simon across the table. So they say Sherelle and Cherie in at the whatever thing with Simon. Anybody with brains can see Sherelle, whatever her name is, was not there with Simon. I'm like, why is she there with Simon? She did say y'all ain't gonna be able to handle this tea. Sherry did say y'all will not be able to handle this tea. I said, what's she talking about? And this is the tea she was talking about. And then she took the picture showing that she was there with them. And I had, okay, why is she there? They all on different sides of the table. So I wait around for a while doing any talking or whatever. And I heard somebody say, Curry and Akon's wife, one of his wives or whatever, are friends. That's why she's there. Oh, that makes sense. I ain't think about that no more. But some people still want to run with Cherie over there with Simon. Why Portia not there? Of course, in America making no money. While Simon living this rich millionaire life, like how he's living. So I'm not even gonna watch it up at that. I'm not even gonna watch that interview because I'm already irritated with his trailer, thinking he Real Housewives of Atlanta producer, executive greatness thing. I'm like, dude, this is crazy. That is mentally mind boggling. Looking at it is mentally mind boggling to me because it's so fake and so stupid. I can't even look at it. And when I look at people's channels, I want to know what their opinions is about it. So what do? I gotta scroll past them showing that because I'm sick of looking at it because it's silly. But I'm gonna see where he gonna go with that. No whatever. But my thing is, if he gonna go with that, he gonna have to tell his boyfriend to stay out of his business because his boyfriend cannot come attacking people who attack him. That gonna be a problem. It's completely unprofessional. But that's that over there. Now the thing with Wendy and Eva needs to mind her business. Eva don't have no business because she not on Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's a reverend. Nobody even care. The only thing she can do right now is doing the Ricky Smiley radio show. And somebody felt sorry for her and gave her this. They made her a madam in a movie with Bolo. She sure got nothing to do with Portia because she don't have nothing to do with Portia because Portia don't want nothing to do with her. Don't want to be her friend ever again in life. She goes on Wendy's show. Wendy asking her specific questions, and she talking about Portia. But I don't like Portia. You're not friends. You come on there to talk about your movie, but you get away from the movie, jumping the gun and talking about Portia. One thing when they ask you about Portia, what do you think about Portia engagement? You ain't got nothing to say. When they're like, oh, then you go, I don't like Portia. Girl, I don't think Portia cares. Hopefully Portia won't respond to that silliness because it is what it is. Silliness. Silliness. Even though I have nothing to do with this or Portia thing, and she don't like the fact that she don't have nothing to do with it. She gonna say, um, Kenya, Cynthia and Candy keeps her in the loop with what's going on. Kenya, Candy, and Cynthia don't know nothing about Portia because Portia unfollowed Cynthia. So they don't know nothing about Portia business. The only thing they know about Portia business is the same way we know. So how are they gonna keep you in the loop? Yeah, you might be know what's going on behind the scenes for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But Andy say himself, he's just sitting here watching. He don't know what's going on, the thing with Portia. It's new to him. So if it's new to Andy, how you know? How don't we know? Portia don't even be with them. I see what Portia doing. Portia being herself, making her money, how she making her money. And I think the situation with Simon is the same situation with Dennis. Only this time she got a baby and she don't need a baby. She engaged. It could be a TV show for a TV show because you know she wanted to do the TV thing with Dennis and Real House of Atlanta shut that down. But now she's doing it with Simon instead of being a thing for her house. She's doing a social media thing, and what she's doing, bringing this nation up with her. Cause if you don't know anything about Portia, she was able to go on ham about she's pregnant. Portia told her to respond to nobody. But Portia said, everything you need to know about her, she said, I'm not responding to nobody on Twitter, Instagram. And she said, I think she responded to Candy. It'll be the last time she do it, but she had to get that straight. But she said she gonna respond and put it out where she get paid. She gets paid on this nation. So that's why she said so on this nation that she's pregnant, tell on this nation that she got a tattoo. So on this nation stuff on this nation. It's her platform. Now she's using that platform to promote herself and what she's doing. And people got a problem with it. I don't understand why. It's her platform. She don't work on the Ricky Smiley radio show, so Eva's not privy to none of it. And now Brat done gone. I think Brat went ham. Brat went ham on Gary, but I think and just dragged Fallon and Adam. I think Brat did that not so much because of Gary. I think that was for Eve. Because Eva goes her behind on Wendy and just drags and attacks Portia. Nobody asked you all that about Portia. She asked you what do you think about things. And you go, I don't like her, we not friends. Then you going on talking about stuff that don't got nothing to do with it. Anyway, I think that's why Brat went off on Gary. It wasn't for Gary, it was for Eva. But she can't just attack Eva because they work together. I think that's what that was. Because Brat got to choose. Because I don't think Brat and Portia is friends like that. But they are friends work-wise. Because of the stuff that I can sense the energy in Brat. And I know for a fact Brat has issues with Portia. I've been saw that. I have responded on this nation about Brat in response to Portia. And the fact that it's just so obvious to me that Brat has issues with Portia. And Portia had her issues and Sharon had her birthday and she said she wouldn't get an invitation. And Brat said, oh, she will. You definitely got an invitation. Well, you know what she got an invitation to her birthday party or not. Come on. So Brat don't have the kind of relationship with Portia that one would think. And I mean in comparison to Camille and Tanya. Camille and Tanya, those two ladies are Portia close friends. Brat's relationship with Portia is not of that magnitude. It's of a work friendly relationship. Yeah, you may be because I don't think Brat and Portia, I don't think they hang out except on the job. They don't go to each other's houses. I don't know if Portia ever been to Brat's house or Brat been to Portia's house. But they're not that kind of friend, but Tanya, Tanya and Samia, they and I think they said she was friends with Eva. They went out she was friends with Eva and with her friends is those two ladies and her sister Lauren. So that's why I say the relationship between those two is not what you would think. Because I see that they don't have that kind of friendship. Gary don't have that kind of friendship with Portia either. But Gary just neutral in the middle. He can go one way or the other and he normally does. And he normally does. But that's what I think about that. And I'm all over the place talking about different ones, even though just started about all about the tea, which I knew the what was coming. Knew it was coming, saw it coming, and I said it was coming. But I just thought it was gonna be I thought it was gonna be Marcel that would end up losing because of how she like she was talking about some lady. somebody's body and say something about somebody or ape or something, and would start attacking her. So I thought she would end up leaving, but I knew somebody was going to end up leaving. But it ended up being Pledge, which I wasn't thinking it would be Pledge, but I can see how it would be Pledge. I definitely didn't know it was going to go down that bad. But I knew it was going to go down bad. And Monica has been exposed because people are innocent. People are innocent. So you can put up an avatar. People still see you because you're innocent. And the innocent that you put out. People see it. We all are innocent. And so we see each other. Like me and Candy. We see each other. Anyway. I think that's all I have to say on this subject. I gave you to Monica and a little bit of everybody else that in this social media drama. But anyway, that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like the video, give it some good. And subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you next time. Bye.